Hi, my name is Sarah Scott, and I'm a recent graduate of the HB class of 2021. And today I'm going to be walking you through how to use our database called Alumnifire. So to get started, you're going to go to this link right here, hb.alumnifire.com, and then you're going to create an account. And it's really easy to use. It's free. It's private to the HB alumni community only, and you can also sign in using your LinkedIn or Facebook credentials. So you're just going to follow the steps on the screen. I'm going to show you my profile so you can get a taste of what it'll look like. So up here, once you sign in, you can upload a profile picture, your name, it'll say your class year. You could put your pronouns. My pronouns are she, her. And then I will be attending American University in the fall in Washington, D.C. So I'm a full-time student as of right now. But you can say what area you're in, nursing, etc. So what's really cool about Alumnifire is it offers job services and networking. So when you go up to your profile, you could say what you can offer to Blazers. So I can offer introductions and networking. You have to offer at least one service. I can show you the whole list of things up here. Since I'm a student, I can't offer any internships or career advice or job shadowing or anything like that. But once I get out of school and I start working, I will be glad to do that for fellow Blazers. You could add your own. You can receive messages and updates from Alumnifire every month. You can limit the amount. And then here's things that you can get from Alumnifire. You can connect with other members, which I have selected: find a job, find mentees, find mentors, internships, candidates for jobs, investors for your business, anything like that. There's a whole bunch. And you can add your own too. So if we go back here on my profile, go over here. The things I want, connect with members, find a job, mentor, internship, etc. Where you are working. So I am currently a hostess at Tres Patrias Mexican restaurant in Beechwood. And I've also been working with the alumni office at HB this summer, so I have that listed as well. Education, I graduated from HB this year in 2021, and I plan on graduating from American University in 2025 with my BA in both sociology and language and area studies with a concentration in Spanish and Latin America. So places, this is just where you live or have lived. I currently live in Brecksville. I just moved here from Shaker. And I'm moving to Washington, D.C. next week for school. And then other info, you could list any athletics you were a part of. I was not. I'm a arts person, so I have my fellowship in global citizenship and also in creative arts with a designation in visual arts. And then what's also really cool about Alumnifire is you're able to join groups. There's groups based off of your location, your class year, your industry, etc. I can show you more about that up here in this tab once we get there. So I'm a part of the Cleveland Blazers, Shaker Heights Blazers, class of 2021, and Washington Blazers, and you can just see people that are in your area and then what they're up to. So enough about me. So there's a few tabs up here. I'm going to walk you through what all these are about. The members tab, this is really cool. Right now we only have 452 Blazers, which is a good amount on Alumnifire. You could see where they are in the world. There's a few people in Asia, Oceania, South America. You could look at that. You could scroll through page by page. There's about 31 pages in this on these member page, but if you want to filter it out, so let's say since I'm moving to DC, if I wanted to look at Blazers that are in Washington, D.C., it's really easy. Just go to location and then put in the city or country which you're looking at, and it says that there's 16 Blazers that currently live or work or go to school in Washington. So you could go through all of these. So I'm a little bit familiar with Maggie Amjad. Our families work together at HB. So I've met her a few times. You could see that she works in government administration in Washington, D.C. She's a member of the class of 2018. This is what she is offering, what she wants, and she currently attends Washington University in St. Louis with a major in political science, minor in writing. And then this is where she has lived. She lives in Pepper Pike and lives in DC as well. If I wanted to reach out to her for introductions or networking about other people in the DC area or at WashU, it's really easy to message her. I could just send a message and be like, hey, hi Maggie, like I was just wondering how you've enjoyed your time at WashU. I'm interested in working there, or my daughter or son is interested in going to school there if you have children, and it's really easy to do. Also, you could filter it out by education history. If there was people, let's look at the people in the class of 2012. If people who graduated from HB in 2012 that are on this database, there are 12 Blazers that are currently on here from 2012. If you graduated, then you could reconnect with old classmates and see what they're up to, where they currently work and live, which is super interesting. If you were on a sports team, if you played soccer or golf or tennis or anything like that, make sure to have that listed so you could reconnect with past teammates that you've had. Designations, global citizenship, business and finance, anything like that. Industries, this is another cool thing. So I'm interested in going to law school for immigration law. So if I put in law practice and I hit search, I could see all of the people on this database right now, only 12 right now, that are currently working with law practice. You could see when they graduated, what they're up to. So Mimi lives in Cleveland Heights, and it says that she works with law practice. So I could click on her profile and I could see what she offers. So if I was applying to law school, I could see if she could read over my resume, my application, make sure everything's good, and then give advice about the LSAT bar exam, the law field in general, which is super cool. She graduated from HB in 1986, and she lives in Cleveland Heights. So it'd be really easy to sit down with her if she was willing and talk about her journey from HB and how she got where she was. So it's really easy to connect and see where Blazers are today. Yeah, you could also search by what they offer if you're looking for internships, interviews, job shadowing, anything like that. And then hiring, which I'll get more into on the job board. So next up here is Feed. This is kind of like a discussion board on LinkedIn. It's very similar. Speaking of LinkedIn, if you wanted to join the alumni group on LinkedIn, I really recommend you do. I've spent all summer emailing alums. Maybe you got one from me, asking them to join this network. It's a really cool space to post jobs and connect with people and find internships or jobs or anything like that. So I really recommend that you join this group on LinkedIn. But this discussion board, it's really easy to join groups. Mrs. Capers, class of 86, who works in the alumni office, created a Black Alumni Affinity group. You could join that. There's posts about people's businesses. Amelia Lindbergh is a physical therapist. If you wanted to know more about that, internships, get-togethers, receptions. There's an alumni reception in Philadelphia on February 27th, 2022. Pizza dinner with 8th graders in DC. I might have to go to that one. That sounds really cool. And yeah, these are just gatherings, reunions, posting questions or anything. You could ask questions, offer advice, or respond to people's questions on here. It's really easy to do. Next up is the calendar. Right now, there is nothing posted on here. Once the year gets rolling, HB goes back next Thursday. Oh, sorry. So once we get the year rolling, and with COVID, we're not quite sure what kind of events we'll be able to hold, but updates about Alumni Weekend, EDAO, reunions in cities and things will be posted on here, so make sure to look out for that. The job board. This is one of the coolest aspects of Alumnifire. You could see what jobs are, you could see what jobs and companies Blazers work at, and like what, and these are places that are hiring. So HB is hiring a director for philanthropic gifts, assistant athletic director, swim coaches, tennis coaches, anything like that. There's a bunch of tabs, and you could look more into that. So if I was looking in the Washington, D.C. area, since that's where I'm going to school, I could see that there are a bunch of corporations that are hiring that, and this is all from Indeed. So this is like a really central place to find where people work. So if I wanted to work, looks like very cute is hiring. You could click here and you could see that one Blazer works there. So it looks like Leia Musty, class of 13, works here. And it's really easy. If I wanted to apply for this position, I would click on the apply tab, and it'll send me to Indeed or their website, and you could read more about that position, which is super cool. Next up, employers. This is pretty similar to the job board. You could just search by company. It looks like the Cleveland Public Library is hiring. You could look at there's 6 positions open. It looks like Chloe Williams, class of 2012. She's from Akron. She works at the Cleveland Public Library. You could look at all the jobs on here that are posted on Indeed. So this is just a really central place to find positions. And if you wanted to work in a certain area, you know that there's always Blazers around the U.S. who'll be willing to help you. The reason that Alumnifire is so important to get more people to join is so there are more job opportunities and there's networking involved. So that way we can grow the HB community across the globe, since we are like so bonded by our HB experience. It's really important that we all stay connected and help each other out when finding jobs or giving advice or anything like that. So if I went back to this page, I could also search by keywords. So I'm going to search for law. So it looks like this law firm is hiring. There are 15 jobs and one Blazer works at this firm. Samantha, class of 2009, works there, and you could scroll through all the jobs that they have posted and then click on it to go to Indeed to read more about it. So that's just a really cool place. And then of course you could click on Samantha's profile and read more about her and message her if you have any questions. Lastly, the groups page. I went into this a little bit. These are spaces to find people from your area, your class year. So if I was to click on my class of 2021 page, right now there's only 2 members in this group. With the more people we get, we can invite more people to join and stay connected with each other as we're all going off to school. There's also Cleveland Blazers, Shaker Heights Blazers, Washington Blazers. These are all groups I'm a part of. Yeah, if we go to all the groups, it says that there are 59 groups. Currently, you can create your own group. You could find a group based on affinity groups. There's a Black alumni affinity group. I think we're going to create Latina affinity groups, Asian affinity groups, LGBT and ally affinity groups, anything like that. You can also do it by location. There's Washington, Cleveland, Cleveland Heights, Boston, New York City. You can also do it by industry if you work in hospital and healthcare, management counseling, education management, etc. So this is just a really cool tool that you could use to find groups and reconnect with people from HB and sports groups and everything like that. So yeah, that's about it. One last thing is Alumnifire is a service that several schools across the world can utilize. So I joined American University's Alumnifire group, so I'll switch to that real quick. You can just add it to your account by clicking up here at your profile. And it works very similar to HBs. There's members, feed, calendar, job boards, employers, and groups that you can all join. So if you just search your school, so if you went to Ohio State, you could search Ohio State University Alumnifire, or if you went to NYU Alumnifire, I'm sure that they all have groups like that. And it's just easy to stay connected with old classmates. Yeah, so that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to email Mrs. Capers. Her email is dcapers@hb.edu, and my email is scott21@hb.edu. So please let us know if you have any questions. We'll be more than happy to help. Thank you.